Today I want to share a little conversation I had, you know. But before I get to the conversation, I kind of have to give a little bit of context, so you have to bear with me, kind of like this story, right? So it was a couple of days ago. I was sitting in my couch and just doing fucking nothing. And then I hear a knock. I hear a knock on the ceiling. It wasn't like a huge knock, right? It was like when someone knocks the door kind of playfully. It was like that. So I went upstairs. Sorry, I went upstairs and I opened the ceiling and standing on like the antenna that I use to receive like messages from Mars, there was this bird. I don't know what bird it was. Maybe it was like a dove or an owl. Like, I don't really believe in birds anyway, but it was carrying a message. They could have sent the message with the antenna, but I don't know if they have like a receiver on like in Mars, right? So maybe they hadn't. It was very like clandestine the place, so maybe it wasn't like very high class official. So you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to get to what the message was again. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. So it was this bird. I don't know if it was he, but the bird had a letter. It was addressed to me, and it was that they saw my latest invention. And I don't know what the fuck they're talking about because, yeah, I did like a few things, a few inventions. I thought they were pretty okay. So I made this like tonic. This tonic, if you're bald, you can rub it in your head, and I guess you can kind of tell where this is going. So you have like a tonic, you rub it in your head if you're bald, and basically you can die. So but the government said that I cannot really make that. I can kind of publicize it. Because it would swing the pendulum, the social pendulum in favor of bald people, and it was like they're going to become gods or something like that. So it was like, well, maybe I shouldn't publicize it, right? Well, they didn't want me to. I would have done it. Like I had hair in my head, but I would have done it, just for the fucks of it. But whatever, that's not the point. And I don't know how they got this information because I didn't publicize it anywhere. And it was like a little thing, like, it was some bullshit I made for fun. It was addressed to me, and it was an invitation to a meeting with scientists and world leaders and whatever the fuck. And it was a scam. Like, it was obviously like some kind of scam. Like, there was no way a world leader would go to such a place. I'm going to talk about the place, but no one was going to go there, like, important. But I was going to go there just because I was bored, I told you I was just sitting there in like my couch, so yeah, why not? why not go to this place? So I go to the train, right? And there's this thing. Trains nowadays are pretty weird. Okay, I think it started with the Biden administration. So I think it is a problem with woke. Okay, I think it's a problem with woke. When you get to the train, there's like a panel that opens up. It asks you. If you hit yes, a compartment opens in the train and it goes, "Welcome to the high IQ area, designated area. You can pay up your passage with Reddit Gold." So yeah, I had to go there, and there is like a bit of a reason, right? Like they had like a little bit of a point, because if you are too high IQ, your signals from your brain, your mind waves start interfering with the minds of other people, So they had a point, and especially with like, I don't want to bother others, so especially the sickly, like sick people, like for example, pregnant women, if I was near them, they would probably just inflate like a balloon and pop. And that's a fucking mess to clean up, so I had to go to the high IQ zone, designated zone. And after I arrived, it was like it was like 15 minutes from Argentina to America, by train. So I arrived at America, right? The city of America. So in America, they're doing like their thing, and like they're hanging a cow because it was one of those like white and black cows. I don't know if those are in America, but in this case it was one of those. It was like, we're hanging this cow because it has black and white separately, so it's like it is in favor of segregation. So they had to hang the cow, and okay, whatever, in Rome, do like Romans do, right? So I go to this bar, and I already know that everyone there is stupid, because everyone is well dressed, and intelligence is an aesthetic. So you present yourself as if you are very intelligent. Like you cannot be intelligent. Like the best way to be intelligent is to never talk. And then people cannot know that you are stupid, and therefore you are intelligent. So I go to this place, and it is a bar, and they serve a very good rock and glass shard sandwich. In fact, the glass shards are probably the freshest I ate, because what they do is they grab a window before making the sandwich, and they hit you in the head with the window, so the shards are collected right there and then, so it is as fresh as you can get. glass shards for your sandwich. So that was pretty good. With this performance, you can already tell, it's a type of artsy bar. So, art and science, they don't go well together. So, if it is very artsy, it's not scientific. In any case, so I sit in one of the tables, and this guy comes up to me and he starts asking me about what I do, whatever the fuck. He's very interested in what I do, but a scientist doesn't really have to if he was a scientist, right, he wouldn't have to ask me this question. He would just guess it by looking at me. Because I'm just that recognizable. But then I start, when someone asks you things, you ask them, out of respect, you ask them back. And this fucking dumbass says to me, well, I don't really know what to do because I feel like I don't have power in this world. Like, I feel like I cannot make advances in science, I cannot make advances in academia, I have no power in this world, I cannot do anything. And I was ready to just rip his head off, but I decided to be meaner, right? And I said to him, isn't it enough with all of the revolutions and things? Isn't it enough to try and revolutionize the hearts of people? If you can choose something to do and that is able to affect people, in a way that they desire, right? Because everyone can alter the life of people. You can alter the life of whoever if you attack them or you do anything to them, But if it is something that they decide and you provide them with an answer, you allow them to change some idea, if your music inspires people, if what you make inspires people, and it is the same thing with thoughts, right? It is the same thing with thoughts. You can have ideas that change the heart of people, and they will have different ideas and they will get influenced by your ideas, and in that way maybe you won't change the world, but you still have a power in this world. You still can alter the lives of people for the better. So yeah, that's what I told the fucking dumbass, and after that I told him, yeah, you owe me like $5 million because advice ain't free, bro.